Tēnā koutou katoa. Nau mai hoki mai e te whānau. Welcome back to another riden. Take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else, as per usual. So this energy for this collective that I'm going to be channeling in today and grounding for you, it's feeling very free. There is a lot of successful detachment that you are moving through. And I can feel that you are stepping into the space that you have created throughout all of this detachment. Loss. I want to say loss, but it's not like I feel like it's more that the ego has lost that attachment and that connection to people, places, things that were keeping you in those ego loops. So now that you're out of it, and a lot of people have left your energy in order for you to create this free flow energy. It really is a free flow. Yeah, you're taking your time, you're really grounding, you're taking breaths, you're putting the investments that you made into practice. The investments that you've made in self-development and self-care. So this could be as simple as keeping self-promises, such as getting up early and having like a morning routine, going to bed at a time and doing things, rituals, your practices that are creating that space again for you to regulate. There is a lot of awareness that you have on your own self, and it's coming from your core. So I can see that there's been a lot coming out of your throat chakra. You've been doing a lot of clearing your throat chakra. Your clairvoyance is really turning on, tuning in. You're getting a lot of confirmations in the spaces that you have created, okay? So there is a big emphasis on this energy if you are feeling empty, okay? It's not necessarily, it's not that you're empty. It's just that you are without the noise, without other people's chaos. There is definitely this line, and this is how you're able to hold space, a space for yourself. You've become self-reliant and you are self-assuring, which is beautiful. And I feel like this is a big deal because not many people from where you've come from have been able to sustain this for as long as you have. And this is why you've moved away from people, places, things, circumstances. Yeah, your intuitive gifts are bridging into your human reality. And this is what I mean by there's a huge emphasis on your clairvoyance, third eye. You're seeing things from a clear vision. Your vision is clear. You can see and you're hearing many different remembrances that are coming in. Okay, so it's not just the third eye, it's also your remembrance. So there has been a lot of self-development that you've been doing with your mindset and also working with the crown. I feel like you're going to do another level up in the crown over the next 4 weeks, okay? This is bridging you into taking action, which I feel like is something that you are moving towards. There's big shifts in your business, in the way that you hold space, in the way that you integrate. Yeah, your thoughts are important. Align them with what you wish to see in your life. Okay, so that's self-belief work. That is self-concepts. This feels really important to you. Like it actually feels like something that you've kept close to your heart. And a big part of the reason why you had to move communities, why you had to create space between you and people who it wasn't working out with. But I feel like because you ain't a quitter, you continued to keep going and like moving into these relationships that your ego previously was attached to. Interesting. Your presence is your presence. So overall, moving into this community energy, being a conduit for this energy, I can see you in spaces and public and things where you are being seen and being yourself, and you're creating almost like portals, or you are creating a space when you go out and you are moving and merging with yourself, whether you're going to the gym or you're for a walk, or you're practicing something. You're practicing your modalities. This could be breath work, this could be yoga, Pilates, this could be modako, this could be rongoa. You are aligning yourself in public to be seen, so people can see, feel, taste you again. Tasting has been coming up. I think it came up yesterday. It's like people want to have a little nibble. You are in a position where it's okay to breathe further into those spaces. Breathe into the aliveness that you are cultivating in your tinana. And I feel like this is because you have silenced that ego. And your belief, your heart's desire, your heart opening, this connection, this divinity that moves through your tinana, moves through your wairua down into your modi. You've kept this very close to you, the sacral energy, whare tangata. Be mindful about your thoughts. Yeah, so there is a lot moving. You are going through this portal, and it feels slow as hell. It feels that slow burn, but it feels like you're actually implementing it. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, baby. That's great. Let's just be remembering though that you've always done this. The difference now is that you are regulated and you're conscious. I feel like before, and I just want to say, like, when you're growing up, I feel like you've just gone through this real how do I say that? You've like advanced in your motherhood, in your sensory. You've leveled up, but it's more of an advancement. And it's just spending time thinking about yourself in really delicious ways. And this is your practice now. You've had practice in your practice. You're performing your practice, but it's not performative, okay? It's not you're doing it for this. You're doing it, and sometimes you don't even understand why you're doing it. but I also feel like your mind is giving you encouragement. So you're in a particular space and then you hear a voice and it's like, push a little bit harder, or open a little bit wider. Hold yourself a little bit deeper. Move through that 10 seconds, just that hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And I feel that you are moving into that depth of yourself. And it's a very comfortable, pleasurable expectation that you have of your reality. And it is okay to have expectations of yourself. I feel like your expectations are a lot more aligned, and because of your ego moving aside, things that may seem unorthodox is something that your ego has battled with previously. However, the space, in order for you to hold that space for new people to come in, you've had to balance that. That's that justice energy that we moved through a couple of weeks ago. It's a really beautiful experience when you move out into the public and you are having interactions with people, and people get to have that sense of openness about you, even if they just get the sense of it. It's very, I want to say, out of this world and futuristic. However, your timeline is now catching up with the rest of everybody's timeline. You're aligning, okay? You were ahead. You were 10, 20, sometimes 30 steps ahead of people. And that was to get you out of the shadows. And now your community is catching up with you. Now that you're having these beautiful insights come into your 3D, this experience, it's an experience that you get to have in your human reality. Because I feel that a lot of your life you were protected through the astral realms, okay? I'm going to say that again. Throughout your life, you growing up, you have been protected through the astral realms. You have been protected through spirituality. This has been your divinity and your connection to your whakapapa, your tūpuna, your ancestors. This has also been connection to your soul, source, higher self, whatever you want to call it. And now there's this real sense of reclamation of all of the wealth through the human experience. You have a lot to celebrate right now, today, at this time. Golden energy with the 9 of Cups. And there is this freeing sense that is coming with developing your mind and gaining a balance within the mindsets. Okay? So you could be meditating daily. You could be just, again, it's going into those practices. Whatever you're doing with your practice, whatever you're doing with your rituals, your routines, the way you're changing your mind and you're doing things a little bit differently from the security of yourself, it's overflowing into your many different phases. Working with te maramataka is very beneficial for you. Working with the moon cycles, and it doesn't even matter what culture you are, tapping into your whakapapa, healing your whakapapa, healing by releasing the bounds and the baggage and all of the structures that your tūpuna carried through the bloodline. You are acting as a filter, right? You're a conduit. If you love my readings, you definitely have a spiritual mission here on earth, you're more than likely going to have a few missions, okay? So there's a spiritual mission for you to ground down wairua, connect people to their soul, reconnect people to their Mauri. A lot of the devastation that's happened to our te taiao, to our natural world, to Papatuanuku, our earth mother, also our rangi nui, our sky father. I was driving my eldest to Kura today to school and seen a freaking plane drawing a line in the sky, and I was like, God damn it, like here we are, just having all of these things happening around us, right? So you have been assigned these missions to detach from those things and heal and clear the whakapapa, to no longer carry those burdens. And you're doing a fantastic freaking job, okay? Keep going. As you connect into that whakapapa of yours, your family lineage, and you understand how your ancestors related to the moon, related to the whenua, related to energy, right? It gives you this a sense of belonging, not to people, to everything. And that is where your reconnection is born through, is you reconnecting with all of source creation. It's connecting into the things that are bigger than you. And this comes up a lot in shadow work. When you are moving through the generational healing, the unexpressed emotions, the anger, the rage, right? We covered this last year in my 6-week transformations of the Oracle, where we moved through the witch wound, which is a global experience, right? That's what colonization did, was created this wound where we were taken away from our whenua, we were taken away from our connection to the land, right? So you've done a lot of work. You're doing a lot of work to clear that, to console that. That's been a part of your duty. That's a part of your soul mission, right? That's why we make space for integration, why we come together in ceremony and we share ancient wisdoms, ancient knowledge. It is to do your part, fulfill your mission, okay? You have other missions. I feel like you have a collaborated mission with a soul in particular. And there has been many that you've come through in terms of healing whakapapa. And there's one soul mission in particular that will take you through to end life. Okay, and that's going to heal the end of your whakapapa to help you make mokopuna decisions. Mokopuna decisions, or mokopuna whakaaro, is when you're thinking about the future generation. Mokopuna being grandchildren in Maori. So there's that, but that is a huge part of experiencing pleasure. Okay, so think of it as you are building and you are moving through different layers and facets of yourself, but all of this is actually in your body. You're doing different things in order to get different results now. And this is a huge opening for you. But also I'm seeing your body really opening up to receive it. there really is this connection to your tinana that I feel like you're dumbing down a little bit, and you need to stop it right now. Never underestimate the power of your body and the safety that you feel within your body. When you have safety in your tinana to move freely, you activate your ventral vaga, and you go into that state of enlightenment, peace, security. I'm seeing your heart become a beacon, to become a light for those who are slightly cracked. And it's an internal movement, okay? This isn't slightly cracked in the brain, all right? This is not cracked out people. This is not mentally ill. You've moved on from those shadows. Again, you've moved up. You've come through. There's so much healing here. And now you are healing the hearts of the soft, feminine conduits is what I'm hearing. Which makes sense because we've got the Knight of Cups. So these are new fulfillments coming in. You have a whole ass community waiting for you. You're not catching up, okay? You don't need to catch up to anything. I'm just seeing people meet you on your divine path. You're just walking, moving, and people meet you. And that's that attraction. It's the heart space. But see how the light is in her crown at the moment? Her soul star. I feel like this energy is something you're going to collect as you move into that safety of your tinana. You move into the space. You're so cute. I'm getting emotional. You've worked really hard on yourself. Kudos to you. Oh, and it has not been easy for you. You have lived a painful experience. I feel like it has been so painful for your heart to love sometimes. Whew. And you don't have to do this alone anymore. That's the beautiful thing about it, is that you've chosen not to do it alone anymore. You moved through identities where you were sick and you were tired of being in a room full of people and feeling lonely. And you made a conscious decision to leave those spaces. So you lost physical presence. You lost a lot, but what you gained in return is peace. And it's just been this beautiful journey. This peace and tranquility is setting you up for the next chapter, your next chapter. I mean, you're in it, but what you're doing now is just the foundation of things, okay? So whatever you're moving through, practice that softness, practice that compassion to yourself first. What does this look like? They want to talk about the dysregulation that can happen with your children when they're feeling their feels, when they have had a karmic situation that you know, if you're separated from your children's other parent and they were exposed to ego and to that karmic cycle in that time, and now they have these like learnt behaviors from the previous versions of you and your ex or your baby daddy, baby mama, and it triggers the hell out of you. That is the opportunity for you to practice compassion to yourself, your children being just children, in that energy that you have been consciously healing for yourself, you reparenting yourself, that inner child within you. And when that experience, when you get triggered by your children or your child, it is that opportunity to practice that compassion, practice that reparenting through your response, through the way that you're showing up in your energy, through the way you regulate your emotion in fucking milliseconds, baby. Sometimes it's milliseconds that things happen, quantum leaps. Like it's not even it's faster than a blink. And that's the regulation. That is your mastery, and that is your reassurance that you have in the safety of your tinana. And that's you. Like I said, you've been through some shit, man. This compassion for yourself in those intimate spaces with your children, that is not only the unconditional love that you're showing your children, but it's also the nurturing that your children missed out on when they were whatever age, but also it's what you missed out on when you were a child. So it's that whakapapa healing. In those times of stress, of disorderly energy, of chaos, whatever you want to call it, triggers, they have so many names, activations. In that split time, in that time and space, you might take a deep breath and you say, yes. It might be a simple yes that's needed. When you are dysregulated, they can't see it, they can feel it. And then there is just you in the space, you and the understanding. Oh. My neighbors are outside, so if you can hear yelling, that's probably it. So your heart is changing the way you move through things. Your heart, what you let go of under Te Rākau Nui, the full moon, that's a good time for you to let go of shadows, okay? So the next moon, Te Rākau Nui, that we come into, whenever you're seeing this, so it will be the moon in your next phase, because this is timeless, okay? So whenever you're seeing this, this is going to align with you. But the next moon, it's going to lead your soul along the divine path that your ancestors never traveled. The healing that was never done. It didn't need to be done back then. You've come to cleanse, come to filter. I said that earlier. There is this filtration energy that's happening where you are like a filter and you are cleansing and clearing, okay? And you just need so much rest at this time, okay? We are in a rest energy for Te Maramataka. Well, okay, so if you're Maori, I actually follow the Tiatiawa Maramataka, which is in Taranaki. That's one of my marae. So I've actually been learning about that, which is from my own iwi, my own tribe. And this message is so you can find your way home to the way that your whānau did it. Okay, that's really important for somebody to hear. It's time to go home. Oh, oh, huge healing. It's just heart healing. Okay, and it's your heart that is orchestrating a lot of this change. It's your heart connected to your crown. So if you've been doing a lot of heart and crown energy, continue this, okay? Woo! Moving your tinana, connecting to your sacral and your root is going to ground you in here so you don't lose the momentum. Okay, what other messages do we have for this collective today? King of Wands. Yeah. Connecting to your root and your sacral. I'm going to say that it's going to be quite fun for you. There's a lot of movement coming through this energy, and it's very personal. I feel like you're going to find safe spaces to be able to move your body and your energy in a way where you're not going to be infiltrated, okay? 10 of Cups and the Lovers in reverse. I'm really excited for you. You've got so much coming in, and I honestly, like, you know it, but there's going to be a few surprises for you. The universe is actually giving you little snippety clippets of these surprises, okay? So I feel like you will be surprised, but then you won't be surprised because you're ready to receive everything and more. You're ready to receive your devotion, your heart, reflected back to you. Through this beautiful balance of energy, I can really see you and feel you comfortable in this energy of movement, of exploration and reclamation. You're rediscovering color. You're rediscovering color, like brightness, light. Yeah, color, because everything has been dark for a long time. It's like you're seeing color for the first time. Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm hearing there's no more bleeding. There's no more bleeding love. There might have been this time and space where you believed that love was a battlefield. There's none of that. And there's no going back from this light energy, okay? Because you've released yourself from the density of the past and you are painting your future as you move forward. There's not, it's not to say that you're not going to have challenge, but it's going to be healthy challenge. It's going to be a good challenge for you. I feel like you've had so much experience in what it is that you do that when you move forward and as you build your foundation, when things pop up, you're not going to be like absolutely chaotic, because I feel like you've been to hell and back. You got the pictures, you got the souvenirs, and now you're listening to the balance the vulnerability of yourself, this union within yourself. You trust yourself, you know yourself, you nurture yourself, and it's freaking delicious. There's this beautiful sacred dance that's happening in your astral realms, okay? So if you want to start a dream journal, I'm hearing that that will be very beneficial for you. If you work with plant medicine, particularly medicinal mushrooms, maybe the psychedelic kind, you're really being asked to take care in your dreams, but also take note of them. Take care in your dreams, as in make sure before you're doing your mushrooms that you are doing a karakia, that you are creating a ceremonial space for yourself, so you are consciously connecting and grounding to papatuanuku, so you do not fly off, and so things don't come into your human sac. I'm hearing that somebody is actually only just starting mushrooms, okay? Because that's like a real beginner energy. Please take care of yourself. You're just wonderful. You're doing amazing. Continue working with yourself, grounding your energies. You have the stability to do anything it is that you want. You've centered yourself within your divinity. And your process of eliminating the darkness and coming into your light was your dedication, and you, not that you prove yourself, but there was a moment in time where you were asking for so much and Spirit was like, do it then. You want it? Go. Do it. So I feel that that is what you have been doing, and now you're here. You're here with me, and we are winning. This is the abundant path. This is the path where you get everything you want because you're aligning to that. And it's absolutely lovely and delicious. I'm hearing take a chance. Wow. Okay. If you haven't already, I'm going to tell you to go and touch grass. I'm also going to tell you to go and sit by some water, some flowing water, whether that's the awa, whether that's the moana, the river, or the ocean. No phone, no headphones. Sitting, maybe even meditating, okay? Concentrating, allowing your thoughts, your patterns, your things to come up and come through in this moment. Journaling has been coming through my dream state a lot, so I want to pass that on to you and make sure that you are journaling as well. And for those of you who have moved through identities, it's a really good idea to burn your journals if you no longer identify with those identities, okay? Just a little witchy trick and tip to help you move on and release whatever it is. And that is your reading for today. Thank you so much for getting this far. I love you. Thank you for allowing me to read for you, and I will see you in the next video.